What does your shirt say?
Hey, we're live. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
jukebox.
And I'm not even fully into this beer yet. Which is a
What is it
Lagunitas
today?
tonight. Lagunitas.
Lagunitas. Okay, it's an IPA. Very nice. I prefer the hoppiness.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's Hang Out in the Crib. We are the Battle Pirates Crib crew. A great group of men are on the show this evening to discuss Battle Pirates. We've got Hefe.
Hello, everybody.
And we have Daniel.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Brian.
I am none of those things you mentioned.
You're not a great group of men.
And
You're not.
I'm not even a great single man. I do all right. I get by.
Well, Brian.
And he goes by 2 books. Yes.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. Brian, are you on Fridays?
Usually.
Yeah. All right. So maybe he's not new to our longtime viewers. He's new to me because I usually don't do Fridays. But Brian's been hanging out afterwards on Wednesdays, which has been awesome. And so anyway, tonight we have no release, so no real slides to show. So thought we'd maybe talk about how we did in the raid, and then maybe talk about Phoenix builds and see what else we feel like talking about.
Sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should I go first?
Certainly. How was your raid, Larry?
It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up a little bit over $500 million.
Okay.
And I spent less than 100 coins. So that was decent. What I did, I started out with my gridiron monolith, leading monoliths, and then I refit my Zelos using tokens I bought, and I refit it basically to George's build with the Phoenix 3s and taking advantage of duality, and that worked really well. That was much better than my gridiron. And so I had a bunch of demo squads, so I could do like 6 100s and not repair, which was nice. So yeah, that was my raid. How about you?
And so what did you get? Did you get all the corrosive armors you could get at the rock bottom price of 12 million?
I did. I got all 10 corrosive armors. I didn't get 10 missile because I had gotten some already. I'd stocked up before. I got some of the other limited stuff. I got all the agility systems and hydro resistors. I was getting kind of low on those. Got a couple X charged armors, so I was ready for next cycle. I don't know. I spent it.
Okay.
All right, who's next? Daniel?
Hey, well, I got 732 million points, and got it for less than 100 coins. I think the worst amount of coins I got was me hitting bases on Mondays. So,
So I assume you got everything you wanted.
Yeah, I got everything. Well, I didn't get everything. I got everything that I needed and more.
Yeah. What'd you use?
I was grinding the A sets with the gridiron monolith and the monolith. I tried doing George's build, but then it was a lot harder for me to drive that one than the gridiron. I don't know. Especially with inside like the A sets, where it's sometimes the ships vary speed. I don't know why. Like from the 81 and the 83, where they're kind of like how do I explain this? the Zelos and the monoliths would like be together, like they'll be stacked to almost stacked. But then, like on the 85, that the monoliths will be a little bit slower.
Huh. So it's different on different targets.
Yes.
That's weird. I mean, I thought my monoliths were a touch slower, but they were close enough to, stack up and make it through the gauntlet. So I don't really have.
Yeah, and in the 100 they were fine. They stacked up fine because I've tried it in the 100. But then when I went into certain other targets, it was like the Zelos was a little bit faster than the other one. Actually, a lot faster.
Huh. Okay.
And I did the A set in the combination. I used my ice breakers every once in a while just to do an A set and have them repair. So I wouldn't waste that many coins.
All right. Brian, how about you?
Got about 300 million. I got all the new stuff. I got the Visago's Pride. I got some Corrosive Charged. I got some tokens. I got an X armor to give me 5. I think I just Agility 4 is a couple of other random things. No coins spent, although I did spend a refit token for each mono, putting them from MX to the reactive armor, and 9 days of tokens to change my Zealous from my current build to George's build, and that allowed me to do the raid well. I don't feel like that should have been necessary, but it was.
Were you hitting
and
Ace or
I was
tier
hitting,
6?
and then S's. Once I got all that done, and once I got the new route down, I was hitting S's basically almost literally all weekend, and then I was done with that crap, and I didn't want to see one again, and I didn't have to. I could just stop playing for 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hefe.
Hey, I was just hitting ASATs, and I didn't have as much time, I think, as some other people. So I got about 140 million with no coins, but I only had a couple hours a day to do everything, and it's unless you were hitting the S sets, because the S sets were going to throw me off. If I fucked it up a couple of times, the S set was going to throw me off my schedule. Losing a fleet. So I just sort of ground out the A sets for the time I had available, and I'll have 3 Phoenixes, assuming that VXP weekend starts on Friday. I'll have 3 Phoenixes ready to go to rank up for next time, and like that. It's I just thought it was I didn't really enjoy driving monoliths with the herky-jerky and slow nature of them. And sometimes I actually switched over just to use my citadels. Because at one point I did refit my citadels with the D85Ds, at least to a certain portion of them. Because I didn't like the fact that all of a sudden they would jerk ahead at times. Because that cost me some fleets when they would all of a sudden kick into overdrive and unexpectedly. So I actually preferred the Harlock Citadel and the Citadel for the A sets over the monos.
Huh.
Just because they were consistent, and and I would know where they would go, know when they were going to speed up, know when they're going to slow down, and things of that nature. So I would go back and forth. I consider them interchangeable.
Okay. Well, should we talk Phoenix then?
I think so.
Sounds good.
All right. So I don't know. I mean, I think the biggest thing people are disliking about the Phoenix, and I'll just share my screen because I have a planned build up there, is the build time, right? I mean, this is kind of, I'll say, an obvious build. right? I mean, some people like counter missile extender instead of the front line and the guided missile system. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe you could put another phalanx on. But this is over 19 and a half days. I mean, that's pretty lousy. It's really an increase from previous cycles. And so yeah, that kind of sucks. I think it's the build time that really sucks. Daniel had a really good idea. He was talking on the pre-show, and I'll just show this live. Instead of using all charged, he was talking about using corrosive, and that's got a shorter build time. So you see, making that one change from a missile charge to a D5 corrosive, save 14 and a half hours. So I could do another one of those and end up, cutting some good time off the build. And the thing that I notice is, with these two damage types, I like to balance my defenses. And you can see even with tilted towards corrosive defense, you got 95% corrosive, 95% penetrative resistance and still only 81% corrosive. So you still got a ways to go.
We talked a little bit in the pre-show about not at this point not wanting to put. I personally don't want to put an armor special on until probably some point around a week from now.
Yep.
Trying to figure out what's going to show up in the FM and what might be released in a TLC in the near term for something that's like a reactive corrosive combo special that might be.
Yeah, you'd hope that would certainly balance it out, because right now I've got this. That's why it's so unbalanced. Is I've got this reactive armor 3 giving me 81% defense right there. So that's why the penetrating is so much higher. And yeah, maybe we'll see some sort of combo defensive special. I'll tell you what, my build right now is just this for VXP weekend. So this is my third that's about to pop out with this. And I might, drop another missile or two on a couple ships. But yeah, I totally agree. You do want to see what's coming in terms of specials before really committing.
Yeah, because I would just keep on slapping on, what you have, and just keep on slapping on missiles until we understand what the TLCs and the FM are going to be, and then, and give you a chance to get like the average of the people that are doing well is probably 3 Phoenixes.
Well, yeah, and that's interesting too, right? Because I could have popped out a 4th if I wanted them all naked. I could have popped out a 4th before VXP weekend, but I figure there's no way I'm going to finish that 4th one before the next raid. Do 3 and focus on getting those 3 done, and then get a 4th hull, and then I suppose a flagship next time.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. And and I kept on going back and forth on. I ended up putting Speed System 5 on one of them, but because of the evade, because if you go to, because you have a.
Should I go back to that full build?
Well, even right now, you have a turn speed of 124.
It's kind of sick.
yeah, but it's sort of a little probably unnecessary.
Yeah,
that's why I was looking at things like Engine 3, which is a little faster, and
so
faster on the water and faster faster to build.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And the other one is Magnus 2, which is a longer build though than the Engine 3 or the Speed System 5.
So here, let me go back, because that was 6 days, 3 hours like this, just to see the difference, right? Speed 5 is going to add, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. So speed 5 adds 4 hours over engine 3.
Yeah.
You know what? That accuracy though is going to hurt you on your countermeasures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the Magnus 2 is only -5. But and also the big thing is there you go.
So that adds 1 day, 7 hours over the speed system.
But it also adds 6 combat speed.
I think it was 41 with the engine.
Well, no, yeah.
Oh,
well, I'm
okay,
thinking
39 with speed system. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that's 5.
Okay, 5. Okay. And then once you start stacking them up, go down below.
Huh?
Go down below to the special parts,
Oh, right.
and then you're
Well-
going to have that.
Well, I think that the combat speed is actually a modifier on your base speed. So having engine or Magnus isn't going to make a difference when you get to the stacking aura.
So I guess Speed System 5 does make the most sense because you also get the evade toss in there as well and 0 accuracy debuffs.
Yeah. I think I like countermeasure accuracy, especially if you got phalanx and you only have 1 shot.
And I'm wondering, I forget who, Daniel brought it up for the corrosive portion of it, but yeah, I'm sort of curious if some of these Switchblade builds might be useful with the
Well, here, let
additional
me
corrosive, the countermeasures, and all the other.
just pop a
You know,
switchblade on here. There it is. So the switchblade, right? The thing is, it's got what 2,200 damage with a reload time of 4. This one's got 5,750 damage with a reload time of 8. So you do have less damage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you do have that corrosive defense.
And you also have the built-in
Countermeasure.
Countermeasure.
Yeah, I'm not too thrilled with the switchblade countermeasures, like in general, because, like, I mean, if you're firing at something, those countermeasures usually aren't shooting, right? It's your missiles that are kind of suppressing your countermeasures.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not planning on doing it. I just find it curious, is what I'm saying. As far as I'm not planning on using switchblades, but I do wonder if somehow they're gonna make them.
So it was
useful
6 day 19.
Because you also got the multi-shot and the and there's the different special for them.
It only saves you an hour per missile.
The anti-missile proliferation system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. I think I can do that with this. There it is. But see, it amps up your anti-missile from the switchblade. But if your switchblade antis aren't firing, then what's the point?
It also doesn't have retargetable.
Actually,
but that's why you got GMS.
Oh, wait,
the countermeasure part is the one that goes first.
Okay.
So if it fires countermeasure, it stops firing missiles.
Well, except what I find, or what I think I find, is that if it's firing missiles, it won't fire countermeasures. And that's the situation I'm in when I'm using them on my Apollos.
Oh, I thought that's how the Tridents were.
I don't know. All I can say is the switchblades on my Apollo don't seem to fire countermeasures very often. Maybe it's because I mixed them with phalanx. I don't know, but it just, I don't feel like they do much good as countermeasures.
No, I was just throwing it out there because it's one of the options that I'm sure people will take a look at.
Yeah, I mixed mine with phalanx as well. It's just I've never actually tried the anti-missile portion of that because I always have phalanxes in front.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on with mine as well. And if I did all switchblades, then I'd see
Oh yeah, yeah.
Countermeasures.
Because the phalanx, you don't really want to mix them because sort of like you were talking about.
Same with the Zealous, so the range,
Yeah, yes,
right?
yeah. It tags them. It creates it tags the phalanx will tag it, and so it won't continually. They won't fire at it again. So yeah, that's
Okay, so you get the 47 range on the Phalanx, but only 30 range on the Switch. Yeah, that's probably what's going on.
Well, is there any? I wanted to ask what like the what's it called the
data mining.
the data mining that involved with the countermeasure part. Does it shoot missiles multiple times?
Are you talking about which countermeasure?
The Switchblade is supposed to, yeah.
Supposed
Yeah,
to?
I don't think it. I don't think it. It works like it. I don't. As I recall, the switchblade doesn't tag anything, like the duality countermeasures. So it will fire multiple times, like the hailstorm, or
Well, Duality fires multiple times. I was definitely
Yeah.
seeing that on my
Yeah,
Zealous.
no. That's what I'm saying. The switchblade is like the duality countermeasures, which
Oh,
is
okay.
like the hailstorm, which also does that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So maybe my Apollos are just a screwed up build.
Hmm.
I don't care. They blast through 91s.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. All right. So what else do we want to talk about? We were talking about Zealous and Empyreans.
Yeah.
You can
as
take
far
me
as
off
what we-
present, by the way.
Well, we're trying to figure out what you got on your bar at this point. So, all right, I'll do that anyway.
Well, I was wondering about the if they're gonna release the weapon that we need for the Zealous or the Empyrean this month, or will it be next month, like it was previous cycles?
Yeah, we were hoping for a missile, a generalist missile that's quick to build and not 12 hours to build.
Yes.
Was that the Popo, Brian?
Brian, you got the Popo coming?
No, I got some
Okay.
really bad lag. I might have to refresh in a second.
Is it the Popo's fault that you got the bad lag?
No, that's just any old microwave. And anything that could possibly go wrong will screw up this internet connection. I hate playing BP on it so much.
All right.
But as far as everybody's strategy, everybody's trying to get at least 3 of the Phoenixes out with at least minimalistic weapons, because the built-in weapons they do a job on the salvages. The what's the name of them?
The point defense system?
Point defense system. Yeah, they tear up the salvages. Have you tried that, Larry?
I have not tried that. I could try it live if we want.
Yeah, show them, because they just. I mean, I have one with a Thud 1. It just goes in and tears up. You want to keep moving so the mortars don't hit you.
Although, let's see. Wait. All right. One of them has a missile on it, so I'll take that one out. I have one that doesn't have a missile yet. So let me get that ready.
Yes. Mary, are you just trolling us, saying the new missile will be in the FM? I'm the one that said that next week, but not for. I think it'll be in the next FM, not this FM.
No, the next FM will be the better missile.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be the one before the last trade.
Talon 2.
Oh yeah.
Blue.
No, it's
All
gonna
right.
be in a TLC a week before the raid, and they'll sell it to you for $10 with 100 gold.
500 gold, and it's a done deal.
So the only thing on this hull is just a Rapier 1. It doesn't even have an engine.
Okay, yeah, just keep moving.
This is-
I haven't tried on the 75. I tried on the 71, but it should work.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's got
Yeah.
some nice splash.
Oh, it has
Yeah.
flash to it. I must
Yeah,
not have
yeah,
watched that.
Not so much splash. Hey, stop that. Kill that guy. There we go.
Yeah, one of them must have had a good amount of resistance. Because you can auto, well, not basically, just push past, just click past them and it just kills everything. And like the 71 for like 38 seconds on instant repair on the map.
Well, that was a 75.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it instant repair?
Let's
Nope.
see. Nope. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you
Here,
hit
check.
if you
Here,
hit
I'll
a
try.
71, it'll be
I'll try 71.
because you were at 8 minutes there.
Yeah.
But if you're using a single, all you need to do is hit a 40 and you'll max out on VXP.
Well, there are lots of 40s around.
Yeah.
And I guess this yellow circle is my rapier range. That was kind of throwing me.
Oh yeah. That does make it a little more confusing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Outrunning the rockets. All right, let's see what that was in terms of damage. So yeah, it was like a minute of damage from that 71.
Yeah, it was like 50 seconds or something. But yeah, I'm just curious, like once we actually see the targets and the VXP targets, because it's that thing does quite a bit of damage once you get to 50 range.
Yeah. Here we'll go hands free.
Okay. There we go. I don't really know we need that visual image. But,
Oh, one shot there.
yep. So the last one was 9 minutes 34.
And this 40
So, yeah,
was. Let's see. 10. So another minute for the 40.
Yeah,
So really not much different from the 71.
Yeah, but you're gonna get your full VXP, even 40, 71s. You're getting an instant repair on the map, and if you want to do it the long way,
Yeah, you just gotta kill what, 5,900 of those?
yeah.
It's like 59,000 VXP to rank the monolith, so I assume it's the same for this. So 5,900 salves. So what is that? 590 over 3. So that's almost 200 a day. It's like 196 and 2/3 a day.
That's
Get
awesome.
it. Triple salty, man. That only makes it, what, 60.
I've got a
5 or
lot
6?
of triple salties right now. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I put a post on the Forsaken Council that I was like not getting grease monkeys. I was trying to get a grease monkeys so I'd be ready for the XP weekend, and I couldn't get grease monkeys. So I had a bunch of demo squads. I had a bunch of triple salties. So yeah, I'm pretty set on triple salties.
I thought Brian was going for the salt at that moment. No.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
It was implied. It was implied enough that you caught it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was looking around. Brian, one of his props is he has a bag of what we assume is salt. George assumes.
Oh, you never assume it's salt.
There we go.
Okay. Salt.
Yes.
Bath salts.
Yes. But yeah, it's I'm just saying. I just wanted to show everybody that because it might turn out to be useful during VXP weekend for people that only threw Thud ones on there or whatnot.
Yeah, if you didn't have time to get any missiles on, that's true. Yeah, maybe I should see how my one with missiles does.
Okay, I'll put you back on present and grab another beer.
Yeah, That actually might have been. Let's see. Tuned is.
All right.
If you got the Phoenix early enough and you only built them with Thud 1s, then maybe you would have been able to get 4 out with 7 days of FM tokens and all of this raids tokens. Like, you get 4 out.
I could have gotten 4
That's
bear holes
interesting.
out. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what should I hit?
Yeah,
75,
welcome.
40? I'll try 75.
And even if you don't want to take damage, just bring your Forsaken Mission tank in the target. And
This is kind of painful.
it'll just counter everything that comes along. You could do anything with it.
Yeah. That might be instant repair. Maybe I just did better this time. Yeah, that's instant. Okay, well, that was super exciting. Drive better if you want to hit 75s. Now Hefe didn't take me off present because he's off getting a beer, so I'm just here, la 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 la, and you can see my bar behind. Okay, he took me off present.
It's further to get a beer here than the last place.
Yeah, okay. I finished mine.
See, snap your fingers. Miss Professor will get you another one, right?
I wish. She did buy these Lagunitas for me for Father's Day.
She did?
She did.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's all right.
So,
yeah.
Any questions in chat on, I don't know, what to buy? I mean, one of the recommendations, unless you are going to be like these guys that are going to get, 700, 500, 100, 500 million points is, personally, I tend to, unless there's something I need to build, and I stay in Epsilon. Oh yeah, that's something else we need to talk about. If you stay in Epsilon, I sort of wait till the release comes out the following day to see what I might want to buy at that point, as opposed to, I know a lot of people buy stuff as soon as their points are available, but I just stock up points, and anything that might be questionable, I'll leave the points, because you have about 3 hours after the release notes to decide what you want to buy. So,
well, yeah, I mean, right, all the new stuff is what, 100 million for the Phoenix stuff, and then 40 million for the Justice stuff. So that's actually right around your total, isn't it, Hefe?
I didn't get all the Justice stuff.
Right.
I haven't bought the penance and the flashlight. I haven't bought either one of those yet.
The Pence cannon.
Yes. Penance cannon and the flashlight. I have not purchased yet. So I'm waiting to see what comes out and decide if there's something I want to get. And see if they get superseded by something or, whatnot. Because it's, I also know how many build tokens you have available for yourself. Are you going to be able to get a 2-day out of tier 4, or are they going to clog it up with 2 tier 4 specials? Things like that, before VXP weekend, that are useful to know.
Yeah.
But that's the upside of being an Epsilon. The downside is
they had performance issues in Epsilon for some reason.
Before the raid?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But the downside is the fact that, if you were in an alpha, when the Phoenix was unlocked, where you didn't have to get the Justice prior, Alpha got an additional 4 hours over Epsilon to get that,
Mhm.
which I think should be thought through, unless this is a kind, gentle way to tell us to all consolidate in Alpha. Because there's been some other things where it seems very favorable.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they've had these bugs that work in the player's favor, and if you're in alpha, you can take advantage of that.
Yeah. And the fact that we all had the same clock on the, the unlocking of the Phoenix, and also the whatever they did to the 84 to make it more vulnerable to attack. Both those, Alpha got an additional 4 hours over Epsilon.
I don't think they got an extra 4 hours on the 84 thing, because it said for the next 48 hours. But for everything else, yeah, specifically ended at 9 a.m. PST, which it's weird because that a lot of people are at work for a lot of these hours, so they might want to push their raid and start time back so that they don't lose raid time. Like 1 p.m. for Epsilon is 4 p.m. EST, and you get off of work sooner, you go on, you can start playing sooner, and you don't lose that time necessarily. Start of the raid.
Yeah, but the at least in my sector, as far as I think my sector probably, I'm in 493, and I'm guessing just because Ford, who's on chat, it outperformed all the other sectors. Number 101 had 160 million on the leaderboard.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, the top 100 got all the stuff that's been all the new stuff.
My sector was definitely not like that.
Yeah, I've seen some other sectors for her. Yeah. Number 2 doesn't have that many points.
Yeah. I mean, we had maybe 10 or 20 with 100 million plus. I wish they didn't take the leaderboards down right as soon as the raid ended.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to figure out how many points you had.
Yeah.
If you're playing right up to the end. But I'm guessing we're probably, I don't know, was anybody right around the 160 number to figure out? I'm guessing it was about 6,000 people globally hit that number, based on what I could tell.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Around 500 million, I was ranked maybe in the top 700, I'd guess.
Okay.
Again, I don't know how it was when the raid ended, but
well, does anybody else have anything? And let's see. Well, I guess I could open it up in case anybody else would like to join us, since
yep,
Brian's run out of topics.
Have you run out of topics, Brian?
I mean, I've beaten the other ones to death, and they have nothing to do with any of these. I guess wait on, because a lot of people have been asking for, I need complete build of Phoenix, I have everything, and it doesn't work like that. We've seen one preview of one target that might change. There's probably going to be another preview closer to the raid. We don't know what the FM prizes are. So just take it easy. You're not going to go out and rush and build the whole thing anyways, because you still got to wait for VXP weekend at least. And so many things may change. And also, if you just post, I want a Phoenix build, I have everything, and don't even try to post a build, stop. Just don't.
Or you could steal my build.
Yeah, there's builds on here.
That's kind of obvious.
I'd prefer people put in some effort.
Yeah.
Or some description of what they
at least
have,
like
maybe.
a third beer. If Larry got to his third beer and gave us a build, that's the build you want. It's the 3 build.
Not the 4.
Disruptors for everybody.
Yeah.
That might be the 4th one. The 4th.
Yeah.
There have been people claiming that might be a good
As
thing
opposed to the
to slow down the
12 where he's
drones.
putting diplomats on them. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now that might be people have said that they might put disruptors on to slow down the drones. That might be a legitimate strategical option.
See, look at that. Even when I'm drunk, I have good ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, if they hit, I mean, the other one I was thinking about, well, we don't know if they're accuracy, but what are they firing? Are they firing missiles?
I think they fire missiles, and then they get closer, and they fire something worse.
Okay. Yeah, because we talked about on the pre-show, I was curious at how the performance of some of the throwers would be as opposed to the disruptors.
They're kind of fast. I wonder if you'd miss with the throwers.
I think you'll miss when the Hulk goes from 5 combat speed to like 60.
Yeah, you'll definitely miss the Hulk then.
I love that so much. I don't know why. Just seeing this little thing plodding along, and then all of a sudden it just becomes murderous and wants to.
Yeah, I think when they release it, in addition to speeding up, they should change the skin and have it turn green.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
My secret is I'm always angry.
Oh, you sound like the forums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always angry. Right.
Yeah. Larry said that in all caps in case anybody missed it.
What did that song say? Bitch, bitch, nag, nag, bitch, bitch, nag, nag.
I'm not familiar with that song, but
Oh, it's a Battle Pirates theme for the forums.
okay. Oh, I see. I gotcha.
So it
that
wasn't
would-
Ailstorm? Ailstorm is pirate metal. Ailstorm could be BP's theme. I don't know what song.
Okay. All right. Any other Dennis, how did your raid go, and what are you up to at this point?
I did 500 plus, and I'm not
Cool.
even going to tell you the cost.
Okay.
No matter how many times I rebuilt that damn boat, it died at the first target in the 100s. I was going to do the 100s one way or another, and I did the other.
Huh. Well, that first
You're
one was a
figuring
little
out-
tricky with that because you'd kind of sail in on the
Yeah, I watched
side
every-
there, and then you'd kind of hook in, and then half the time I'd hit the mine. But if as long as I stayed out of range of the cold snap, it was okay if I hit the mine.
And then, I'm always a lousy driver.
Yeah.
So I accept that. I just needed a boat with more armor on it because I did the whole thing with the ones you guys don't like, not the Prides, the other ones, the Icebreakers.
Oh,
Okay.
woof.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, really, the icebreakers are kind of more made for just going in like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're made for bad drivers necessarily, but they're made for people that don't want to spend the time like clicking and then instantly hitting the down arrow and repeating that 5 times until you're barely in range of the turret on the other side of the cluster so the cold snap doesn't hit you. And oh god, that was my entire weekend. What have I done with my life?
I put more than just a weekend in, but
Yeah,
it
it sounds like you lost your soul. It sounds like it cost you your soul.
oh yeah, it did. But I wanted to help someone out, and I was at least able to get him the weapon, the armor that he wanted, and the new sub, the Glut.
Mm.
So,
That was kind of a weird ad, don't you think? The gluttony, because they didn't add the missile, right? You didn't get the muddle missile available. So
yeah,
all these people grabbing
that's a-
gluttonies, I don't know what they're going to do with them.
sit on him.
They probably think they got the mono missile and are going to be sad. Although, because they didn't get the stupid amount of build tokens, they can build them in slow time, and maybe when they get to that point in Tier 5, the gluttonies will be ready? Question mark.
Maybe.
I still find it strange that they added blueprints in the middle of the raid. Like there was a flavor reasoning behind, but it's like, oh, have more things to choose from now when so many players are under choice paralysis. Like, even in normal raids, I see so many posts like, I have 80 million. What do I get? It's like, I wonder how you got that high without having your priorities in order. But congratulations.
Yeah, I at least, even though I'm a lousy driver, I at least know what I'm going for. The only thing I didn't get was enough X&M armor. That's all.
I think you'll be fine without that because you probably experienced this as well. If you ever actually got hit by an executioner, like my gridirons died super fast, and it took about 1/10 of the damage off of my Zealous. One almost never hit, but when it did, it was 1/10 of the health on a 98% pen turret defense. Zealous was 700 deflection, so the damage on that was it's like 170,000 or something like that for one missile out of 3 or 4 that thing fires. Like, what the hell? But because that damage,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's so big. But because that damage is so high, it means that the 1,000 pool that it takes from the charged armors matters a lot less. So you can go with the D5M, and it won't be the worst thing in the world. It's still really heavy, and it still takes a really long time to build. But that high amount of damage means your resists matter more than the charge. Now, at the very end, with the Zoe's Rhinos shooting like 11 billion missiles at your face, the charge really matters then because they were really weak. But I feel like, because I had 2 charged M's on it. You probably get diced up if you don't.
Yeah, there's a way. I saw this on the one of the Facebook groups that if you left that upper left turret cluster until the end, then the Rhinos would go suicide on that, and you wouldn't have to face them.
Yeah, they didn't do it all the time.
Is that what's the Nautilus route? Is that what they called it, based on the player who perfected that?
I don't know.
I don't know if you,
I don't know
supposedly
either.
If you didn't open the second gate and you didn't hit the far left island, the boats would deflect. One set would blow the gate, and the other set would go over to the island. From all the ones I saw.
So I blew the gate, and the key was just not to do the target too fast. So I'd kind of come around, and then I'd sort of end up at the bottom and kill that last. I don't know. I guess it was kind of in the middle, and then just sort of sit and make sure the Rhinos started going for that island I left, and then start coming up and out. And it still, I mean, it only took me like 7.5 minutes per 100.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we knew how many 100s we did. I almost started taking track, but
I don't think I want to know that number. And I only got 300. You got like over 500. I don't think you want to know that number either.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm retired. You guys pay taxes and pay me.
Nice.
And I was doing A-sets.
Yeah, I started doing that, but then I looked at the price difference, and it was almost the same. So the 100s, if I'm going to pay the same, the 100s were the way to go with the extra 300.
Oh, I could do 100s. I could do a lot of 100. I mean, not 100s, A-sets. I could do a lot of those for free.
Yeah, I was doing it for free as I'm repairing my 100 target fleet. Like, I would use the icebreakers for the 100, and then I would repair it for like an hour, 2 hours. And then as they're repairing, I'm there doing A-sets with the monoliths.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't want to play for more than 2 hours at a time, and I could do A-sets for those 2 hours without repairing. And that was before I did the Zealous. That was with my gridiron.
If I drop off, it's we just got another tornado warning. I'm here at the Mississippi coast, so we're only at 14 inches of rain so far in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Rule 1, no dying.
Weather is gorgeous here today.
It's
Yeah,
100 over here.
It's beautiful over here if you're a duck.
Yeah.
The seagulls are drowning. The pelicans
Or
are
if
having
you're-
a hell of a time.
Or the boats. The boats are probably having a good time.
We don't have boats. Ever since Katrina, they moved them all on land. No more gambling on the
makes
water.
a non-zero amount of sense.
No, you move them up on the sand so the whole building can wash away instead of the boat moving up on the beach.
Okay. So what else we got going on? Nothing.
People still out there playing?
I don't know. I smashed some bases this afternoon to catch up on my ally points.
Yeah, that's when I made that mistake Monday.
Just piss some people off.
Oh, there's a bunch in my own my new alliance that were pissed at me.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You know, we always on Monday mornings on a 6-day raid, you go out, knock off your points, and keep on going.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
Yeah, I went over and someone in this other sector, 20 away, just started crying, and then I started catching hell. So I said, "That's it. I quit after 3."
Well, the thing is, what you could do is you take that Phoenix shell out and you go and you run through the salvages, because as proven, salvages are basically free. So,
Oh yeah,
especially during raid time, yeah, you just trunk through salvages and get 1,000 points that way. You get
That
some
just takes
VXP on there.
time. 200 salvages. Ugh.
yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And let me tell you what an hour and a half of salvages does. It gives you a 2-stripe rank. They're at 10% using triple for 45 minutes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I gave that shot. I got the proof. I'm looking at it on the screen. I'm not going through that. I'll wait till Friday.
Yeah.
Because I got 3 done, and I'll have number 4 done by Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But even after you get more done, be careful. We got to put some kind of concussion armor on these things because they cannot take a mortar hit or an explosive, rather.
They're not supposed to.
Yeah, I know. You put them in a 75, and you know how they stop when you have more than one of them.
Well, that's why I was
as soon as
driving.
they stop, they die.
I'm sure. Yeah, I was driving on that when I hit those couple during the show.
And they're expensive to repair.
Yeah. What are they? 2.5 hours? 2 hours?
2
hang on,
hours
let me-
31, because that is the 6th coin. Is that 31 minutes?
Fuckers.
Yeah. Okay, this is 3 of them, and they each have 1 gun and half-life, and it's 3 hours and 10 minutes. It's 7 coins for not even below half-life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I wish they had lowered the. I wish they had lowered the repair efficiency on these things back to like what we saw with the Apollo and the Hellwraith, and
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't run the
right.
numbers on.
Yeah, I guess I didn't make enough money this quarter.
It's about 0.755 repair efficiency on this one.
Okay. Now they're mixing it up.
Yeah. Now
Better
they're
than
just
one.
picking random. Yeah. Better than
I liked it.
0.8.
I liked it was when it was 1, 0.8, 0.6. You could just sort of look at it and tell which one it was. Because I was guessing 0.8 just without running the calculator.
No.
Although the Apollos were like half or something like that.
4-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, something real low.
Yeah, because it makes it easier to rank up. It makes it easier to use in other things, and because of course they tune the targets to the repair efficiency to get the desired repair time out of the players.
Yeah, so it's just right.
But they don't think everything through. As far as all the possible ramifications, or maybe they do. I'm like, okay, we're gonna make VXP weekend really expensive on the.
Yeah, it's summer vacation time. The kids are out of school. I want to go to Europe.
I feel like this might be one of the times where they actually do their math properly.
Because?
Well, because it would net them more revenue.
Okay.
They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
I thought you were doing a nines on me. I was just checking.
No. I mean, because they weren't doing the math properly for the monoliths or the OU10s, and now they're tuning this right so they get their repair amount out of us. And I'm sure they have not aging tables, but like the percent of repair people will coin based on the amount of time the repair is, and some mass function in Excel. Like that part, they've probably done correctly to get them their desired output. It pisses all of us off, but whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, we still haven't seen the targets yet. But yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, we've seen the targets. We've seen the S set.
Well, we've seen the S target, but we haven't seen the ones below that.
Seen a preview of the S. I mean, it's
not
necessarily final.
The super early preview.
Yeah, and we don't know.
Although they went through.
Let's go ahead.
They went through 2 iterations of that S. I mean, it's not. I don't know.
It's not a brand new S.
Yeah.
Yes. And everybody seemed to like it that was hitting it with the Phoenix, with unlimited, with 80,000 coin. Everybody seemed to like it, and that.
Yeah, 5 Phoenix when you didn't have to worry about paying for repairs. It was great.
Four ships doing an S set for 3 coins raid time is, I'm sure, very acceptable to most. It's going to be difficult to get 4 Phoenixes done by the time the raid comes out without coining, but different.
And
different.
And they also had a ton of VXP tokens. And this is not where I don't consider this target to be comparable. Like, you could toss monoliths in there that were not fully, at different ranks. But if the Phoenix, from what I've seen and what I understand of the target, it's very similar in some natures to the Apollo, or they better be within 3% of each other, or else you're going to have turn speed issues that are going to cause you to lag behind and become an issue. And so that's...
Yep.
I don't know what the solution is, but yeah, you want to get them all at least similar rank in order to compete in some of these raid targets.
Well, a long time ago, they were talking about making VXP different and not worth different things to different holes. If they took the turn speed off of this VXP bonus and gave it to like pen damage or something, or heck, what is it? The point defense system. If you got a range buff to that based on VXP rank, maybe it's a 20% range increase, so now it's at 60 or whatever. That would be a pretty cool addition, and then you wouldn't have to necessarily worry about different rank ships maneuvering differently in the target.
Yeah. Because I think turn speed, as far as it relates to the ranking, it's a difficult one for the players. I mean, if they did evade or like you said, pen defense or reload, well, we already have reload, or if there was something else that didn't impact the movement of the ships, it would be easier for the players, and it would, because when I did this raid, I have 4 icebreakers just all built, but one of them's not ranked, so I couldn't even use it. because it was just taking way more damage than the rest of them were because it would lag behind on turns, and it would just get chewed up by stuff.
I feel like either the turn speed is too low, like the monos, or you really don't need a lot of it, like the Phoenix and the Sloth.
Yeah. I'm saying on certain ships, like the monos. Yeah, that's what I was saying originally. Like the monos. Yeah, the rank. The rank doesn't matter as much, But this being like the Apollo, where you're going to be coming in and try to be perfectly stacked, so you don't take splash damage or you don't have something lagging behind. This is one of those ones where you need to have them be within a couple rank of each other.
Yep.
So, alrighty, I guess we want to wrap it up, unless
We lost Dennis. Hopefully he's okay with the tornadoes and whatnot.
Okay. So I will post the link for the after show one last time, and I hope everybody had a good coop. And
My chickens all left. I don't have a good coop anymore.
Guys, it's pronounced Kaup.
yeah,
Oh,
Or
there was a typo.
Kafifi? Kafifi? Is that how they pronounce it?